Charlottesville, Virginia keeps showing up on all of those best of places to live. Best place to live, best place to raise a family, best place to retire, best place to raise alpacas. Just kidding, on the last one. I don't think we've ever been on the list. But in 2025, there are some brand new reasons people are packing up and heading here. I want you to stick with me because some of these might actually surprise you, and I want to fill you in. So first and foremost, Pam, we don't care, right? The fact is I got a job offer there. I'm coming to Charlottesville. I've been PCS to Charlottesville. Great, fabulous. But a lot of people are researching because we have options. And let's face it, we all have a lot on our plate right now. So I just did a video about why people are leaving Charlottesville. And with that, I actually got several people reaching out and being like, should I not consider Charlottesville? Is it going to be like a ghost town? What's going on? And to that I say, no. So that's why, excuse me, I'm recovering from a sinus infection, so I sound all tinny and I can barely hear myself. But that's why I'm making this quick video for you. Why are people coming here and why you shouldn't really understand and not worry about it. So the first big thing is funny because it's actually, I believe it was #1 on my list. People are leaving, and that is affordability. But in this case, we're seeing a lot of folks move here because of the affordability as compared to larger, bigger cities. I hear it all the time. I could never afford a house in DC. I can't afford to buy a house in California. But Charlottesville actually feels really doable. And they're not wrong. Our median home price, remember that means half the houses are listed above and half below. Right now, our median home price is hovering around $500,000 in the general area. Again, I just did a video about what a median home price could get you in our immediate area. So you might want to check that out so you have a real good vibe what that $500,000 could look like. You compare us to Northern Virginia, whether you're looking at paying double for the same square footage or smaller. And I do know that because my daughter purchased her duplex just a couple of years ago, and it's about a third of the square footage of our personal home. And yes, it costs more than if we were to buy our current home right now. So it is a big difference. Now, don't get me wrong, Charlottesville is not cheap. Never ever have I been accused of trying to blow smoke or mislead you. So do not get me wrong. Charlottesville's not cheap. But for professionals coming out of bigger metro areas, honestly, it feels like a breath of fresh air, both for your wallet and definitely for your lifestyle. You got to remember, areas such as California, New York, the northern East Coast, Massachusetts, and others. Yes, before you ask, I don't do rentals, but I am telling you right now, rentals are not cheap here either. Actually, I don't know that I could do a rental here in the area. When I look and I help clients try to find a rental, honestly, the qualifications just seem jarring. I mean, most of the time you're looking at well over $2,200 to $2,500 a month. You have to have 3 times the income monthly. You have to have a good credit score. You have to, it seems like, I just don't know how people do rentals, quite honestly. A lot of my folks actually my entire career here, we have found often we're able to get them a cheaper mortgage than they were paying in rent. So it's a single family home to be cheaper than mortgage, that's a big deal. And yeah, that I still see that as potential and as an option here in Charlottesville. So now let's talk about remote work. More and more buyers are showing up from Texas, DC, even Florida, just simply saying, I need strong internet and a decent airport. Well, hello, check and check. Charlottesville has high-speed internet pretty much everywhere, but I'm not saying it is a given. One of the things we always need to be concerned about is, a big thing is Virginia. And I was actually just talking with a client of mine who had moved from Maryland. And in the process, I said we need to make sure to check all the information because Virginia is a buyer beware state. Well, what does that mean? Well, somebody can say anything they want. The house has high-speed internet. The house is not haunted. The house is this. The house is that. But it is a buyer beware state. So that's why you want me on your side, because to make sure you are protected and covered. Okay, back to our thing. Why? Well, high-speed internet is everywhere. And you know, Cho Airport connects you right into major hubs such as Atlanta, Charlotte, DC, you name it. And the best part, when you log off at 5 instead of fighting traffic, you are 10 minutes from hiking trails, your favorite vineyard, going horseback riding, going for a bike ride with friends, hanging out at Fridays after 5 with friends. Seriously, this is why you need to reach out to me. I have helped so many, dozens, hundreds of folks relocate here for that exact lifestyle shift. Drop me an email, drop me a text, and let's connect. So on that same subject, speaking about lifestyles, let me paint this picture for you, because I'm going to say that's probably one of the strongest draws for our area. All right, so we'll just say, well, there you go. It is Saturday morning. You can grab your coffee downtown, stroll the farmers market at Ix Park. Yes, Ix. I'll tell you more about that later. By noon, we can be on the Skyline Drive with jaw-dropping mountain views, waterfalls, and a bottle of vino to watch the sunset. I'm telling you, we've got over 40 wineries within 25 miles, award-winning breweries, and I'm telling you, a local food scene that honestly pushes way above its weight for a city of our size. I know I have said it before, and I'll say it again. Charlottesville has a lot of anomaly features to it, and that's just one of them. And on that note, if you run into me out on Route 151 at, say, Bold Rock Cidery, say hi. One of my favorite places to hang out, especially now with the changing leaves and the cooler temperatures, making it a perfect outdoor day with friends. And their back porch just overlooks the water in the field. You got kids running, dogs running. I'm telling you, it is one of my favorite places to spend a Saturday afternoon when I'm not out with clients. And sometimes I just take clients there. But make sure if you find me there, you come over and say hi. The outdoor lifestyle is one of the biggest draws. And it's just not for, say, retirees. Families, professionals, even students at UVA want that balance. Whether it's a work-life balance, whether it's that family life balance, whether it's a school life balance. By the way, if you're serious about researching a move, I've got a free, totally free, no catches, no, I'm not calling you, I'm not selling your name and number, I'm not going to spam you. Sorry, that's just not who I am or how I roll, because I live here. And when you live here, that makes us neighbors, and I'm not going to run from you in the grocery store. So, but back to it. I've got a free relocation guide for you. Scan this QR code right here, and all you have to do is scan it. So if you're watching me on your TV, scan the code, and it's going to pop right up. You can get a free relocation guide. It's got a great interactive map. There's home search tools. I do a blog when I have time, and so much more. Grab that. It's a game changer. And if you're exploring Charlottesville, just, again, scan. It is easy peasy, free, no strings attached. But lifestyle and outdoor activities just abound here. I was just actually talking with I was out with a client a couple of clients this past week, and one of the things we talked about was the fact she really thought it as a bonus to have a screened-in porch, and I said, absolutely. Screened-in porches you're going to have. I mean, right now, I don't have a screened-in porch. My house is older. My house is built in the mid-'80s, but I do have my deck. That's where I'm sitting now, and I love my deck. And you know what else? I enjoy it probably 8 to 10 months out of the year. I mean, hello, look at my backyard. This is not even 5 minutes from any amenity you want. Grocery, pharmacy, which yes, I'm on a Z-Pack, fast food, restaurants, medical. If I wanted to run downtown, 10 minutes. If I wanted to run to UVA, 10, 15 minutes. So again, lifestyle is really important, and there's a full variety. Whether you want to be in a townhouse community surrounded by your new friends and family, or whether you want to have some peace and quiet where you live, to have it as your little hole away from the chaotic world. Options abound. And my neighbors, I'm looking at one right now, and it's a deer. We have so many deer, even though we are practically right in the city. And folks in the city will tell you that too. They have deer in the physical city. Now, that's a whole nother subject, it is not a reason people move here. So let's keep chatting. So now let's get practical. If you're moving with kids, or planning for retirement, or planning on having a family, things such as schools and healthcare are usually top of mind. Charlottesville and Albemarle counties consistently rank among the best in Virginia. And the University of Virginia Hospital, it is nationally ranked. That means world-class care right here in town. That, especially for retirees, is peace of mind. It means you don't have to travel 2 hours away for the best of the best. You don't have to travel and stay overnight to receive care. If you're experiencing a trauma, a physical trauma, and you need a Trauma One healthcare, yeah, that's UVA Hospital. So it is the best of the best. Oh, including the Children's Hospital. We have the #1 children's hospital, and have for several years, in the state. Hello, talk about calming your mama bears. For my professionals, especially if you are interviewing for a job at, say, UVA, reach out before you fly in. We can chat, we can maximize your time while you're here. Yes, UVA will have you scheduled out one way and the other and show you and tell you everything's fabulous. But guess what? Pam's going to show you living in Charlottesville, and where and how and the reality of it all. Because you're just not going to be living on UVA campus. And you know what? You can say and do whatever you want. I don't work for the Chamber of Commerce. I don't work for UVA. I have grown up here, and my lane, my wheelhouse, my job is to help you decide if living in Charlottesville is the right fit. It's not always going to be. It's not. And that is okay. But while you're here, like while we're chatting right now, don't forget to drop your questions or thoughts in the comments below. I really do love hearing from I really do love hearing from my viewers, and I really do try to get to all of your comments. But Charlottesville isn't just about practicality. It's also about community, and we touched on that talking about lifestyle and quality of life. So the downtown mall, to me, is more of a tourism, but it has some of my favorite restaurants. But I don't go down there unless I'm going down there for an event. I went down there today. They had an amazing Latino festival going on. I was down there, was it last week or the week before? They had the Gay Pride Festival going on. There's always festivals and music going on. It's the longest pedestrian mall in the country. You've got live music almost every night. You've got theater. You have the Paramount, the Jefferson, the festivals. Like I was mentioning, you have Festival of the Book. I mean, it's just like everything has a festival for it, and it's all downtown. There are lots of cute, quirky little shops that have been here forever. And I'm telling you, some of my favorite, most amazing restaurants around. And there is people watching for hours. I don't go down there very often. To me, it's a schlep factor. I just don't need anything to purchase down there. But for example, I actually have dinner reservations down there this evening. We're going to be going down and enjoying Hamilton's, and we're probably, with this weather, going to be sitting outside on the mall in on their patio area. People move here because they want small city with a big heart feeling. And honestly, that's exactly a big reason why I moved back and why I have stayed. I grew up here. I moved away, lived several other places, but came back. I got married here. I gave birth in the local hospitals. I raised my family here, and I've watched this community grow without losing a lot of its character. It's not the same as it was. No place is. Do I wish it was still the same old sleepy Charlottesville? Honestly, no, I'm good. Everything changes, and everything changes for the better and for the worse. So I'm fine with the way Charlottesville is right now. Some things concern me, but you know what? Again, that's going to be with every place. We still have our quirky little vibe. We still have our very Charlottesville feeling vibe group kind of thing. So I love my Charlottesville. That's a big reason people move here. So another question I get a lot is, what about the safety and pace of life? Is Charlottesville safe? Now, so before I give you my opinion, nothing but my opinion, you should always check multiple sources that you deem reliable. But in my opinion, overall, yes, absolutely, hands down, it is not perfect. It is not Mayberry. No place is. Not even Mayberry, right? Mayberry down in North Carolina, it wasn't even a real place. It was sort of written after a place down in North Carolina. But even Mayberry doesn't exist. But Charlottesville is definitely calmer and more community oriented. I remember growing up here, and I swear, still true to this day, everyone is 3 degrees separated from each other somehow, some way, somewhat. When I was growing up here, it was so small that my father flat out told me, he was like, nobody else here has our last name, and if you do something, I'm going to know about it instantly. And you know what? That was the God's honest truth. Neighbors, people knew you, and they had permission, they had full parental permission to correct you, if you know what I mean. Has that changed? Yeah, it's a little bit more grown, yes. But still, if you get into conversation with people, you're going to end up finding out that you're probably playing pickleball with their spouse, that you're probably your kids are probably going to be on the same soccer team together, that you both have season tickets to the women's UVA basketball season. We are just all connected one way or another. It's not that large of an area. People like the slower pace here. You can actually breathe. And when you add in friendly neighborhoods, strong community ties, it's easy to see why people feel so at home here, and it's so sought after. Another part of that is because on that same token, this year in particular, I'm going to say a huge call that a lot of folks have been reaching out to me is because they don't feel safe or welcome where they currently live. And that's just really, really sad. And that is not the case here in Charlottesville. In general, there's always going to be people, there's always going to be this, that, or the other. But in general, we are always welcoming, and we always try to make everyone feel welcome. Whether it's a religion, skin tone, who you love, or what you believe. Again, we're based on Thomas Jefferson's University. We bring together different thoughts, different communities, different everything. So you're going to find a diverse, well, not hugely diverse, but in general for the state, a diverse group of people, whether it's LGBTQ, whether it's different nationalities or anything else. And that is a big reason people are moving to Charlottesville. So we're going to wrap this up. Last but not least, why are people moving to Charlottesville? Future growth. Peeking into the future. Charlottesville is quietly becoming a hub for tech, biotech, military, in addition to our solid education, healthcare, thanks to Rivanna Station and UVA partnerships and startups all moving in. That means steady growth, more jobs, well-paying jobs, okay? And yes, more demand for housing. So if you've been thinking, I'll wait a few years, just know the prices are not trending down and they're not waiting for you. So this one I have heard from so often, and that is, I'm just going to wait for the rates to drop. I'll wait until the end of the year. I'll wait on the housing bubble to burst. Guess what? 8% growth in prices from last year alone. Economists are recognizing and estimating that over the next 5 years in our area, we will see prices, housing prices, increase 3 to 7% annually. So if you wait, you'll just wait, or especially in new construction, we're seeing this, because if you wait for the new section to open up, it could be a $25,000 increase just because it's the new section. A phase sells out quickly, prices go up on the next phase. A couple of my clients actually did do this, and if we had purchased when they first liked the area and they were fine. I mean, again, it's not my money. So if somebody wants to wait, that is all you and your decision. But now it's costing approximately $50,000 more for them to build the same house that they could have had. This is why you need to reach out before it gets even more expensive and more competitive. I remember the first home my husband and I bought here. We were thrilled to be in the single digits. I think we had an interest rate on our first house, and it was some weird financing thing, but it was like 8.5%. And I'm telling you, we were thrilled. And it was going to be 8.5% for like 3 years, and then it would go up to 9.5%, and then it would do something else. And I don't remember it all because, good Lord, that's been so many years ago. But we were thrilled. We were so happy. Don't wait for the rates. It's going to cost you more in the end. And the competition, if you're on the sidelines and you come out, so are hundreds of other people. So there's my insider on that. All right, let's wrap this up. I know you got places to go. I actually do have to get ready for a dinner. Like I said, heading to the downtown mall. Let's talk. So why are people moving to Charlottesville in 2025? Well, let's review real quick before I let you go. Affordability. And I'm not saying Charlottesville is cheap. Please do not get those two misunderstood. But compared to a lot of places, Charlottesville is affordable to a lot of cities. Remote work potential. With that remote work, you have remote work freedom. You have a great outdoor lifestyle potential. Some people don't want to be in the outdoors, and that's okay. For you, we have vineyards because you can just stay in the tasting room. Sort of the same thing. You can stay in the tasting room. The schools, huge draw. Healthcare, big draw. But the biggest things, I think, the reason people are moving to Charlottesville in 2025 is going to be community. Peace of life, quality of life, safety, the feeling that you're not being judged because you're not. How's that? I'm just going to leave it right there. Those are going to be the biggest reasons. Charlottesville really is the whole package. If you're relocating, retiring, buying or selling, or even just exploring your options, this is why you need to reach out to me. I've lived pretty much my whole life here, raised my family here. I'd love to help you figure out if Charlottesville's the right fit, because spoiler alert, it's not going to be the right fit for everybody. Remember to subscribe for more Charlottesville lifestyle tips. Hit that bell so you don't miss anything new. And if you haven't already, check out my other videos on this channel. They'll give you a great insight into neighborhoods, housing, schools, lifestyle, pretty much everything. It's not tourist based. I'm not going to review the new coffee shop, sorry. Now also, don't forget to grab my free relocation guide. No strings attached, just yours. Just scan this QR code. All yours. That's it. I am not going to call you. I'm not selling your information. I wish this was something I had been able to create for my clients years ago, because it gives you the ability to do a lot of stuff online, which I know y'all love, but it gives you the feedback that you're looking for. Also, drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I really would love to hear from you. And remember, your Charlottesville journey starts here. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope the next time I see you, my Z-Pack has fully kicked in, and all of this is gone, so I don't sound so tinny. Well, to me, I sound tinny, but I still hope you have a great day. Bye.